recording on my phone.
I love you. No, seriously, I really love you, and I appreciate how genuine our friendship is because.
Yeah, they thought that you was a shy girl until I made you my girl. Girl, you pushed me like a big boy till I cuffed you like you did something. You ain't gotta wait for it.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be installing a frontal ponytail. This look was inspired by Young Miami's sister. I'm not sure of her real name, but I know they call her Auntie Ma. So this hair was inspired by her. I was originally supposed to do a different hairstyle, like I was supposed to install a wig and record it, but I had some mishaps. So I am going to just go with this hairstyle and show y'all how I do it. So first I'm just putting my hair in a ponytail, kind of seeing how far up I want it, and I am slicking and smoothing it out. I washed my hair and I blow dried and pressed it out the night before. I did not show that process because I was just a bit over it, and my hair is super thick and annoying, so I didn't show the process where I silk press my hair out. I did it to the best of my ability. It's not like a professional silk out, but something to keep my hair flat while under this frontal. So as you see here, I'm going in with the Gots to Be Glue Blasting Freeze Spray. I love this freeze spray. It does what Pump It Up can't do. If y'all see me looking over to the left, I guess your left, my right, I don't know. If y'all see me looking over, that's because I am watching Jeff Dahmer, the Jeff Dahmer story. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but that shit is sick as fuck. But it's very interesting. I heard some people say they couldn't get through the first episode, and the first episode wasn't really bad for me. It was disgusting, but I like crime shows, so I'm kind of used to that type of stuff. So now I'll be taking my blow dryer and molding the back of my head. I am more focused on the back of my head than the front part because the frontal is going to cover the front part of my hair. And so the back part, I really just need to be slick as possible. Next, I'll be going in with the Murray. I'll be going in with this Murray's Pomade. It's to help keep the hair in place. I will be blow drying it because it's very, very thick, and it loosens up once you put heat to it. And then it does cut out the white that it leaves in your hair once you put heat over it. Again, I am going in with my blow dryer to mold that Murray's Pomade as well as the Blasting Freeze Spray. Y'all, I don't know where my piece is for my blow dryer, the one that helps with molding. It's not the comb, but it's the other flat piece. I couldn't find it. But that helps to get a sleeker mold to your ponytail. So if you have one, please get one. It will help you out. I did notice a difference in me doing my ponytail this time versus the last time that I've done it. This is actually my second time doing a frontal ponytail, FYI. Do y'all see my face? Like, I probably was still on episode 1, but just the sickening things that was coming out in this first episode of the Jeff Dahmer story was nuts. Like, it was actually beyond me. I think this is the worst I've ever heard of. So now I am putting my ponytail in a plait just to keep all the hair out the way. I'm going to do the frontal. I'm going to lay the frontal next, but I just want to keep the ponytail together. So I am putting it in a big plait, which I still would need to put in the plait for later on. But for right now, that's what I'm going to do. All right, here comes the fun part. I am putting the cap on, and I will be cutting the top part out where my ponytail is, as well as my earpieces. Again, I'm going in with some Gots to Be Blasting Freeze Spray. I'm going to be using a lot of this. I know y'all see me using this little bottle of Gots to Be, but I'm not sure why I'm using it. I do transition over to the bigger bottle because it started running out. I bought that for a trip. Anyways, I like to first do my hairline, like spray my hairline so that I see where I would like to cut out the cap. But we're going to be using a lot of Gots to Be spray, especially on my actual hair, because the cap needs to be able to stick to the hair. I have nothing to sew the cap down onto. So using a lot of Gots to Be so that the cap can stick to my actual hair. I did forget to cut out my ponytail piece in the cap. I was a bit late. And I will be cutting out my ear tab pieces in just a moment. But in between me spraying, I am blow drying my hair. Just preference. I did not want to take out my overhead dryer. That was a lot of work because I just put it up. So I'm using my blow dryer until I feel that my cap is dry and it's sticking to my hair. All right, so I'm just filling my cap just to make sure the cap is dry. There are no wet parts that I need to blow dry some more. Going ahead and cutting out my ear tabs. Now that I have finally cut out my ear tabs, I'm going back in with some Gots to Be to make sure that the cap part by my ears is down completely or tacked down and dry. Y'all, look at that cap. It is perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead with some makeup, and I'm going to put some on my cap so that it matches my skin tone. Now that I'm finished applying the makeup to the cap, I'm going to be cutting the cap as close as possible to my hairline, but not too far back. Do y'all see how this cap is sticking to my skin? If it's not sticking to your skin like this, that means you did not use enough Gots to Be, or your cap is just not dry enough. When cutting the back part of your cap or closer to the top, you would possibly need to see how big your frontal is, because some frontals are only 4 inches, some are 6. If yours is 4, you might want to go up some more or cut more of the cap. You will see me cut more of the cap part in the back or the top because my frontal is not that big. This frontal has been used 4 times now, and so each time I know I've probably cut some of the lace off. So now what I'm going to do is measure my frontal to the cap and to make sure my ear tabs from the cap are not longer than the frontal. Like I said, this frontal has been used multiple times, so I'm going to measure it. So as you see here, I'm cutting some of the cap off by my ears because my ear tabs from the cap was longer than the frontal. To measure the frontal to the cap is very important because once you lay that glue and you lay the lace down, it's kind of a done deal. You can fix things, but I'd rather you go ahead and measure before you lay anything down, so you know, you have an idea of what your frontal is going to look like on your head when you apply the glue. All right, so I have cut all that I needed to cut in regard to the cap, and now I'm taking the frontal and I will be taming the hairs, the flyaways, with my Shanice Hair Slick Stick. And then I will be using my hot comb to kind of push the hair back after I use the Slick Stick. All right, so I did apply the lace glue to my scalp and a little bit of the cap off camera. I am using my Hair by Erica J Hold Me Down Lace Adhesive. It is one of the best glues on the market. If you haven't tried it, I urge you to try it because it's that girl. I am going to go ahead and lay this lace down. Y'all, I don't know why, but I always get a little nervous when I'm laying the lace because I am a perfectionist. I want it to look good. So I'm taking my time here and I'm laying the lace. You do want to make sure that you press that lace into the glue so that it is sticking to your lace frontal. And then of course go in with the blow dryer and make sure that the lace glue is drying as the lace frontal is laying down. So I could not find my lace band to lay down my lace frontal, so I'm using this headscarf just to make sure it lays properly while I sew the frontal down to my hair. No, it sounds funny, but I'm going to be sewing it in through the frontal, through the cap, through my hair, just for extra security and just so that it lays the way I want it to lay. So now that's finished. I'm going to go ahead and get the frontal right. And I'm going to do that by slicking it down and then putting it in the ponytail. So I'm going to start by taking my hot comb, and I will be using some heat protector straightening spray. And that's to give it a smooth, shiny, silky look. I also cut the other part of my baby hairs off camera. And then I'm going to make sure that I have enough baby hairs on the side for when I put my hair in a ponytail. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hair back for a minute and focus on my baby hairs. I'm going to be taking this mini flat iron, and that is what I'll be using to help me curl my baby hairs. All right, baby hairs are all curled. I will be going in with the Erica J Fluff Stuff. This is also one of the best mousses to lay your baby hairs with. Now, baby hairs aren't always easy to lay. Some people have difficulty laying their baby hairs. Some people don't. For me, it just really depends. And I just keep on like laying and swooping until it's to my liking. This side was a little difficult for me because the other side kind of already had baby hairs laid down. Don't be afraid to take out your scissors or whatever you use to cut your baby hairs with. Don't be afraid to take them out and use them. Cut as you need to, cut as low as you need to. You always don't need that much hair left out. It's preference. It's how you want your baby hairs to look. So now that my baby hairs are to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and wrap my hair with this scarf because, again, I cannot find my lace band. And I'm going to focus more on my ponytail. I didn't use much product on my frontal. Like I said, I used the heat protector straightening spray earlier for the smooth, shiny, silky look. And then I'm going to be using the Got to Be blasting free spray, of course, just to hold it in place, keep my flyaways down. All right, so I am complete with molding this ponytail. I am wrapping it up with some rubber bands. I did use multiple just to make sure it was nice and tight. I'm gonna smooth and slick my hair back, and then I'm going to plait it down. After I do this, I will go ahead and attach the bundles to my ponytail. All right, so I'll be using this one style strip to wrap around my ponytail so that my hair is protected from the hair glue that I'll be using. Be sure to wrap it tight so that it does not loosen up when you do start to wrap your bundles around your ponytail. I did use a rubber band to secure the ending of the ponytail. And here are my bundles. These are some used bundles. This is the third time I will be using them. And they are 40 inches long. And I'm gonna start with my hair glue, wrapping from the bottom of the ponytail and then making my way up to the top. So you can add the hair glue to the tracks like you see me doing initially. Later on, I'm going to add hair glue to my actual ponytail right on top of the steri strips to make it go kind of faster in regards to just wrapping it around versus having to put glue on every bundle that I have, because my bundles are cut up. Now, when I was recording this, I forgot that y'all cannot see the back of my head like that. So I do eventually turn so that y'all can see what I'm doing. Don't mind the hair getting tangled. I will be combing through that later on. But again, I'm going up and just wrapping the hair around as I place the glue on the styling strip. And during the glue process with wrapping the bundles around, your hands are going to get dirty if you're doing it yourself, because of course you cannot see what's going on. So you'll be using your hands to feel what you're doing, where you're at, and where you're wrapping. So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. The glue does rub off. And I have finally made my way to the top. This should be the last track I'm adding to the ponytail. And I will show you how I wrap it around. So normally I would use the Eben lace bund spray. I think that's what it's called, in the red or black can. Normally I would use that. However, I ran out. So I'm using what I got, which is the Got2b Glue Blasting Freeze Spray. And it works just as well or just as good as the Eben spray. And you want to make sure you just spray enough so that it is nice and secure. Of course, blow dry it. And there goes my ponytail, y'all. It's nice and wrapped around. All right, are y'all ready for the reveal? Here it goes. This is the finished look. My daughter told me not to crimp my hair, so I left it straight for a few days. And maybe on like the 4th day, I end up crimping it. And this is how it looks crimped. Makeup done, lashes done. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all in the next video.